well, this tractor has some work ahead of it, so I don't think I have any patience.
And I might have broke something.
Now, looking at it, since that I have it off, the best thing for me to do right now is grind out this crack, grind it down quite a ways in there, then weld it all up, do the other side, and then do the insides, and then I can start putting support beams and brackets and start welding it all up. And the more weld I put on it, hopefully the stronger. And I don't think it's gonna have an issue from here on out, but it might not be OEM special, but yeah, hey, it'll work. All right, let's get to grinding. So if you look closely, I've only made one pass through here, and I'll make a second pass as well and get it really hot and just keep working away around through. But I ground down halfway on this piece of metal here, so that way I can get into that crack and weld into it. I'm using gravity to pull the weld into the two pieces of metal. Now, if this was in or still bolted on the tractor and I was trying to do this, what would happen is it would droop to one side wherever gravity's pulling it. So by removing this piece off the tractor, which is over there, can't see that, I can use gravity to help penetrate inside here, and then it'll be stronger. So this is the smartest move for me, but I gotta make another pass in here, but yeah, not too bad. Okay. By the way, I love that welder. That thing can really burn into that steel. Now what I did here is I tapered the edge here at like a 35.5 degree angle with the plasma cutter, give or take. So I could V in a bunch of weld and get that nice and hot and put this steel to that steel and combine the two. So technically it should be strong enough. So what I was trying to achieve here is I was trying to make sure that this corner and that corner don't break out again. I can't really plate this side because the frame of the tractor is in the way to really plate it thoroughly. So I thought if I have an angle here, that will actually keep it stronger. Now a triangle is actually the strongest shape you can make. Well, that kind of looks like a triangle, doesn't it? It should hold. But what I do need to do is I need to build some kind of support here and some kind of support here on each side of the drawbar, so that way we don't create that smile again, to keep that from pulling down. But I got to figure out what's the best direction and best way to do that, and so I'm going to sit in my pondering chair, this right here, and sit there and stare at it for a while. Pretty sure this is going to be a strong way of doing it. I'm making kind of like a little T here. As you can tell, I've got this piece behind where you actually don't see it when it's on the tractor unless you crawl up underneath it. But cut out a little flat piece. This is ½ inch thick, and wedge it in there, weld it all up, and I think that'll be pretty strong because it can't take that bottom, can't pull it away because I've got that 1 inch on the one side and then the ½ inch on the other side, and it's pretty stout when I weld it in. So I think it's going to be good, but yeah, almost done. Looking at it, I would say I think it's stronger than it was before. I mean, I didn't take any strength away from it. I actually added, so I think it'll be plenty strong enough for what we're doing. Since this is going on the back of the tractor, you're gonna wrap chains around on it, and it's just gonna get scratched up and beat up. I wasn't too concerned about getting a nice pretty paint job. That's why I used a electric paint gun that we had, sprayed it on there. Well, I primed it, sprayed paint on it, and now I gotta let it cure, and then I can put it on the tractor. Yeah, that's not too bad. I guess that'll work. And no, there's not lots of runs on there at all. None. It's immaculate.
Did you clean the shop?
Well,
that looks good. I love it.
Yeah, I didn't though.
But you did though.
Yeah, that was a lot of. Dad must have did it. That was a lot of work. I even did the tractor. If you saw that, did you?
Sweet.
You didn't do that, did you?
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I did the tractor too. See the drawbar? I'm working on it.
Good job. I like it. Fantastic.
All right. Well, I guess he's shutting down for the night.
Only because you're making me.
Then I guess I got it too. Okay.
So I just wanted to say thank you for all your prayers and thank you for this time, because it's quite uncomfortable, but they'll get me fixed up.
So we just got back from our trip. This morning is when we found out that my brother Scott Welker, aka Leg Arms, had a nasty accident while trying to repair the Big Bud. Before we hit the road, let's stop by the scene of the accident. I want to take a closer look at exactly what happened, and then we'll get on the road and say hi to Leg Arms. I'm here at the scene where it happened this morning. I haven't talked to Scott necessarily that much in regards to all this, but he basically said there's the drawbar. He was trying to put it back on the Bud. That thing weighs 400 to 600 pounds, somewhere in that area. It's heavy, and it slipped probably off, I'm guessing, this jack right here, and landed on his forearm. I can only imagine just how painful that must have been. Oh, that must have been brutal. I feel really bad, and I feel really bad I wasn't here to be with him. He was putting that on. He did have a camera going. I got it right here, and we'll see what kind of footage is on it. Let's take a peek here. Oh yeah, there it happened, okay. I'm gonna go get in the car. I got some presents for Leg Arms. I've got some support shirts, my customized Leg Arms Band-Aid arm shirt, get well. He's not gonna be able to lift weights for a while, so this might mean something to him, we'll see. I feel bad, I feel so bad. I got some gifts though, we'll bring it to him, make him happy. So let's hit the road, let's get going. Okay, just got to the hospital. He just called me, and so he's out of surgery and he's alert. He actually sounded pretty good on the phone. I think surgery went well, so we'll talk to him more about that in a second. But I got all kinds of presents in my hands. Let's get these up to Leg Arms and hopefully make his day a little bit more joyful. All right, I gotta get in the hospital first. I don't know if they allow cameras. I'll sneak it in there. We made it this far. Okay, I'm looking for room 4117. 4117. This way. Oh, we got all kinds of goodies. Good, how are you doing?
I should probably cover my nipple because I don't want people to see my nipple. Basically, I think I'm going to get the boot and be on unemployment. And
This is no excuse for time off.
I don't think I'm going to clean the shop. I want to be honest, Nick. That's your job. But no, I wanted to say thank you so much for your thoughts and prayers and just like this situation, how it went about. We could not have asked for better. The nurses and all the people that the doctors are involved did a fantastic job, and they very, very, very grateful to be in a situation that we're in. So my arm literally broke both bones in my forearm, and they weren't in line. They were kind of off to the side, and I have feeling in all my fingers. I can move my fingers. It's very painful. I literally cannot move my arm right now because they put a block on it. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for all the thoughts and prayers. And you know, it just life is a gift. And I was pretty nervous. Like, I didn't know if I was going to get a blood clot. I didn't know if I was going to like bleed internally or lose my arm. And I was pretty nervous because my family was like number one thought in my mind. So thank you. But doing good.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to see you're doing okay. We modified your shirt. I don't know if we can officially make this a shirt or not, but we tried putting a cast on it. It didn't look right, so I just put Band-Aids on it.
Put the Band-Aids on the wrong spot, Rick.
I know, it should be up here, but it didn't look. It looked kind of weird, so maybe I can turn them around, move them a little bit. So we got gifts for you, but this one's from Trevor Bales.
Oh gosh.
But he says you have to use your right arm to open it. That's what he said. I'm just going by what he said.
I can't even move my right arm. It's like dead.
Okay, well, open
So
it.
I'm sorry, Trevor.
Okay. Mr. Bales got you.
Yes. Yes. Here.
I was trying to fold the thing out.
Thank you.
Sit.
Trevor, thank you. Appreciate it.
And then these came fresh out of Farm Focus. Brand new. Got one on
awesome.
too.
Wonder who designed that.
Yeah, this lady. So there's one of the there. And then what do we have in here? Oh yes, this one is from Tony Fast.
Oh, that's
Fast
sweet.
Egg, Montana.
Who designed that one?
I don't know, but these are great designs.
Was it me?
Sarah, Design Beast. I Love Tractors from Tony Fast.
I love tractors.
And this one, Farm Hard, Pray Harder.
Sarah, do you want to be in the cast?
Are you going to design his cast? He's going to have a cast, isn't he?
Oh, I should definitely design something on his couch.
I was going to say, they should, is it going to be red cast or green cast?
I wonder if I can do like a combination.
Usually you get to pick the color. When you're awake, you get to pick color. I didn't because I was unconscious when they did mine. So okay, yeah. and then this one from Scott Sloan from Titan Tires.
Oh, you bought that, didn't you?
Shut up! It's Scott Sloan. The Big Bud 747 LSWs.
That's awesome.
So that's there.
Awesome.
You can open that up and play with it while you're sitting in here with your left hand.
I love tractors. Okay, to be honest, guys, I literally just woke up and I'm so like loopy because they put me out.
You don't seem loopy.
And my mind is just like hazy. So, but
do you want to see the picture?
Do you see this chest hair?
It is nice. Do you want to see the picture of your of the iron coming down on your arm?
I want to see it.
Sure.
So that is it coming down right after it slipped off the jack.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh.
That's just sickening.
Yeah, the edge of it's coming down. I don't know how that didn't honestly cut your hand off, to be honest. Or at least just absolutely sever everything.
I think that's what I was trying to do, is pick it up so it wouldn't do that.
It looks like your arm was just trying to brace it.
Yeah.
And it just...
Hey! I've got green underwear.
What? Oh.
See, deep down inside, I make fun of John Deere.
And then
but I
this
have
one
wear.
is the only other picture I could get out of that time lapse, and that's it on top of it.
Yeah.
That is just insane.
Yeah, I just want to say though, guys, that you know God is good no matter what. If I lost this arm, He's still good. If each day is a blessing, and I am so incredibly blessed to be here with my family. Like, forget the farm. Literally, it doesn't matter about the farm. It doesn't matter about what's going on. Family is the number one, and the whole time with me holding my arm that was a wet noodle, and I was just thinking, if I get a blood clot, I bleed internally, you know, will I see my family? And I was terrified, I'll be honest. But it was an experience that I don't want to go through again, but thank God for those that serve others like this hospital. They did a phenomenal job, and I told them constantly just thank you for all that they do. So
Yeah, I'm sure they heard a lot.
but yeah, guys, I appreciate it, and I don't want sympathy. I don't want you to be like, boo-hoo, Scott, because you know this was self-induced. But yeah, thank you.
Surprised they found bandages big enough.
Yeah, I know, right? Don't worry, this arm is going to be really tiny. Really
Maybe
tiny.
leg arm.
Yeah.
Get rid of the S. Leg arm.
And its worst part is I went to the gym, and like today, I was doing so good.
Was it
like
arm day?
it was chest day.
Oh.
Tomorrow's arm day.
Oh, we still can do it tomorrow.
Yeah, I should be able to do it tomorrow.
There's nothing stopping you.
But it was just like I was getting so strong. I was feeling that, and now I'm back to ground zero. So, anyways,
Isn't that sweet? This machine knows his first name. I think that's a G. Yeah, definitely a G. All right, well, I'll let him be. He's a little tired. He needs some rest, but I was just glad to drop off some gifts and say hello and tell him I love him. And yeah, looks like he'll be okay. They won't. Rude. The doctor said that they won't know how much strength he'll have in his hand, but he'll have long-term issues. I guess a lot of the meat in his arm got torn when it crushed it. Some of the ligaments were damaged. But so he might not ever have 100% grip strength in that hand. Time will tell. Let's pray that he gets 100%, but it'll be down the road to know that. So, but he'll be back at the farm tomorrow. So it's good to know he's gonna be okay. I can't get out of this hospital. I don't know how to get out of here. They've got like every door blocked off. I don't know what to do. So I guess I'll go this way till I run into someone who can hopefully tell me where to go. They're probably gonna yell at me and be like, what are you doing here? Do you think an alarm will sound if I go out this door? Oh, good. Oh, there we go. Oh, finally. Okay. Found a door that works. Now I gotta find my car. I think the trickiest part for him is gonna be not being able to work. That's just gonna be a tough place because he's gonna get stir crazy. Cabin fever, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I'm sure he'll be hanging out with us a lot at the farm, but when we're working, but it's just, you know, there's only so much he can do and he needs to rest for a while. But I really hope he recovers 100% because, you know, long-term damage stinks. I've had accidents that have caused issues that I still deal with. And, you know, a lot of people out there have been injured and pretty severely injured. So, but I think he's got a good chance of getting a full recovery. And you know, guys, he's leg arms. He's pretty tough. I think he'll make it. All right. Well, guys, here's the man.
hey,
He's standing,
I am.
and there's been a strange magnetic force when he walks around. All the magnets point towards his arm now.
Compasses are just like bink.
He's got a
No,
magnetic
this
field.
is like 3 days after the incident. Being back in here, you know, there's a lot of things that I could have done to prevent this. For one, I should not have been doing this alone. Two, I should have used a cherry picker and chained up the tongue and lifted it up instead of using jacks. Looking at the video and just how it turned out, without even realizing it, I reached in there to try to like stabilize it, and that's what, when it fell down, it took my arm with it. But we estimated that bar is probably like what, 500 pounds?
I'm guessing 500 to 600. just from lifting on it.
They put a trach in my throat, and or not trach, but like a
whatever the respirator thing is.
Ever since then, my throat's just been very phlegmy, so I apologize if I have a little.
So
anyways,
he's raspy leg iron arms.
Yeah, shut up, Nick. So let's take a look at this situation and go from there. So
you were trying to put the drawbar back on the tractor.
I had to lift it up because this has got a clevis to go underneath, and
right here. This needs to slot onto right here, like that.
The craziest thing is, it took me both arms and all my strength just to lift this end up onto the jack.
That right there.
Okay, that's just to give you an idea. It took all my strength. When this thing dropped on my arm and pinned my arm down, I didn't even hesitate. Like in the video, I just reach in there, grab it with this arm, and somehow, it was only by the grace of God that I was able to lift it off my arm enough to slide this out. And when I slid it out, it actually was like a wet noodle. I knew right away it wasn't good, but I'm just amazed that somehow I was able to pick this thing off my arm. And if I could not have picked that off my arm, I would have been trapped here. I would have had to try to get my phone to call somebody. The scenario could have been really bad. Like I could have been bleeding internally. There was nobody on the farm.
Your arm probably wouldn't have been getting blood because they probably had tourniqueted your hand. You'd been getting. And
the other thing too is I think this chain here is what saved my arm from being completely cut off.
You can see there's a gap. It's right there. It's resting on that chain. He had that chain looped in there, so when it landed, I think the edge still landed on his arm, but it left a little bit of a space there, so that way he could get his other hand underneath there to lift it up to free himself.
Hey, there's a little bit of blood right there.
Oh.
And if you see this nice clean spot, that's where I was struggling.
So a lot of people have asked, is the big butt okay?
No, this thing's gonna need a lot of therapy. The poor guy is gonna, or girl, what is it, girl or guy?
We usually call it a girl.
Yeah.
Girl. The poor girl is gonna be dealing with some mental, it's gonna have a long road ahead of it, but.
I think it was more or less because it looked up to you. It thought you were indestructible. You know, you were this tractor's hero.
Which is rightfully so.
And then it just got let down.
Yeah.
It realized it actually broke you, so it feels really bad. Oh boy. Oh, that's gonna need a reset.
Yeah, I don't think that's qualifying.
Let's weigh this thing, because I've actually been really curious how much it weighs. I've been telling everybody 500 to 600 pounds. That's what our estimates are, just from kind of picking it up from the years of weightlifting and stuff.
Can you pick it up?
I can pick it up a little ways. I'm going to have to, because I got to put it on. So I got a little floor scale here. This thing's probably made of glass, so we're probably going to shatter it. My wife's going to be really mad. But I'm going to put a board on top of that, support that, and we're going to just do each end of this thing. But yeah, this thing, it's heavy.
Good luck with that, Nick.
That is heavy.
So this is probably a 2-inch by 6-inch wide, at least.
Yeah, like 10 feet long. I think, what do you fit, 10 or 12 feet?
So 6 inches.
6 inches.
You want to hold on to that? About 11 feet.
11 feet.
Yeah.
6 by 11 by at least 2.5, 2?
That is a 2-inch.
2-inch.
2-inch. Yeah.
There's some iron there. Okay.
I will slide it underneath.
Okay, ready?
Okay,
Go for it. There we go. 312 pounds.
And that's one end.
On that end. No, we're getting close. So now it's this other side. So I'll lift it up.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready, set, go.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Nice and slow. $250. $255. So we got what, 312? Is that what it said?
Yeah, 312 and
255. So just under 600 pounds. All right, well, that about does it. So just so you guys know, the order of videos now is going to be out of sync because we skipped this ahead to show you guys what happened earlier. So you're going to see videos of leg arms working with a fully functional arm. No, it didn't heal that fast. That's just before this happened. But yeah, it's all good. So anyways, we're doing well. Things are going to happen. There's still going to be projects. Cool stuff's going to happen. And I hope you guys stick around for the ride.
Oh, and by the way, these are new hats if you guys want to. They're patch hats. My wife designed them. They got a little leather patch here. And Yeah, support us if you'd like
And
to.
these are slings and casts. If you guys want one of those,
Ooh, yeah.
no, don't do that.
No, I would rather recommend you
Avoid at all costs. All right, well, we're out here. Thanks for watching, guys. God bless, and stay tuned for the next episode, because it's coming. It'll be here soon.